Hey guys, we are on our way to the forest. With me is my sister-in-law, Mama Mia and Mama Ise. Yeah, hizo majina najua. They are pretty hard, yes. We are going to the forest. Mama Kadhani, what happens in this forest of ours? Apart from Nyayo tea picking.
People fetch firewood. They go get fodder for the animals. Yeah, even beekeeping.
People started beekeeping in the forest.
Yeah.
It's allowed.
Yes.
Do you get any permits? How much you just went in?
For beekeeping? Yeah. That is.
Okay. How does it go? Do you know any? Do you have an idea what it goes about? Is it a group of people doing beekeeping? I'm an individual. Yeah. You pay for the license.
You go to the other side of the road. The forester's office. You go get the license from there.
Amen. Yeah. Last time people have really built stuff. People have really developed. So you're telling me in the forest, are you given the license for beekeeping?
Yeah, for beekeeping, for fetching firewood, all the activities that go on there. You go pay for the license.
Wow. Any idea about the beekeeping license? It's interesting. No idea.
No idea.
But for fodder is around 350 per week.
Yeah, around 150 shillings.
Yeah, in our forest, I'm about to show you our forest where we used to fetch firewood them days, and still the firewood is fetched up to date. What usually happens in the forest is if you want to get fodder, you go to the forestry office and then you pay per week or per month depending on how much you have. But mostly, because it's a distance where we go and pay for the fodder, it's good for you to pay for maybe at least 2 weeks or even a month. It becomes easier for you to be able to fetch, to get fodder without disturbance. But there are people who gain entry to the forest, right? Like Weber. How dangerous is it?
If you're caught by the KWS.
AWS. Yeah, the ones in charge of the forest. Yeah.
You'll be in trouble.
Unafungiwa. Wow. Guys, you hear? It's no joke. You can't just gain entry to the forest anyhow. That's why today I decided I'm going to take you to the same very forest where we normally pick firewood, where we normally have the fodder for, for the animals. For you to have a look. There is
salty water.
That's salty water we call monyo.
Yeah,
what is the monyo in English? Somebody tell me in the comments below. We call it monyo. 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 We call it monyo. But monyo is very far. You get it from very far.
It's a distance.
Wow. Feature video no yakwa nani mukule toku. Kwa huyu no ole momionu, you've seen it? Ole subscriber? Never. Une discussion under the radar. Ata remeti? Ata dimo dito. Ata kema? How are you?
Fine.
Mbera.
Yali toka wa uri no wa.
Na ora.
Wa ora mo adu kora na mujeje.
Na nembo jaga?
Bo jagali ne.
Hey. This is how our village looks like. You see, it's pretty green like I was saying. At least nowadays it's so green, not like before. And those are our village kings. So, monyo, by the way, we used to fetch this liquid called monyo since we were very small, and it is very far. By the way, it is of importance to know that from where we are standing to Mount Kenya, the main mountain, is around 100 kilometers, is what they say.
Yeah, I guess so.
So if you get into this forest, you can go up to Mount Kenya.
It is very accessible from this area.
There are times when elephants used to visit us. We used to live with elephants. Eh?
Even nowadays they are
Coming.
still there.
They still come.
Um,
Wow. Today we have to see the forest. I said today I must show you the forest. Whether you like it, I'll know. Today. So how far do you get firewood if, for instance, you decide to get firewood? Do you get it from the rear end ama huko ndani?
hata pa karibu najapata.
Kuni mzuri. Now I know there are people who get firewood also for sale. How much approximately?
300 per load.
What? So it can be business. It's just that at times if you have an issue with your back, it's a problem. But there are people who have majored with it for business.
Yeah, it really helps.
Yeah, because even in the village, we have to look for revenue. Because not even in the village, things are very expensive. Okay, you can plant kales, you can plant terere and all these greens, but you need maize to cook with it. You can plant maize, but you also need seedlings and you have to wait. Before you wait for maize to be ready, you need to go to the shop and buy unga. If you want to cook chapati, you will buy unga. So even in the village, life is not cheap. Nowadays, it's very expensive. Sugar is 500, 2 kg. Cooking oil. So it's more or less, if people say that life in the village is cheap, I don't really agree. I don't really agree with the fact that even in the I feel like even in the village, life has just become expensive. Karimuga. Life has just become so expensive. So it's all round. This is the Nyayo T-zone. The Nyayo T-zone, if you remember the days of Moi, that is when the Nyayo T-zone came. Because we used to call him Nyayo. You come pick tea here and then you're paid. Is it up to date?
11 shillings per kilogram.
11 shillings per kg. It's expensive. What? Yeah. This is the Nyayo T-zone. It's too huge. So this is the entry to the forest. You go straight to the forest. Mian, you're going to the forest. You're not scared?
Mount Kenya Forest.
This is Mount Kenya Forest. That's what we call it. That suggests that we border the mountain. Look at how beautiful the trees are. Are there animals here still?
Yeah, elephants come on and off.
Yeah. Electric fence still active?
Yeah, it is active.
Wow. Look at that. 11 shillings per kg. So if you fetch, how much can one fetch a day with what you've had?
Yeah, those ones are very active. They can even fetch even 6 kilograms.
You're kidding? Per day?
Yeah.
That is 600 bob.
You go home with money.
610. And you're paid the same day?
Yeah.
Who pays?
There is a supervisor.
Okay. They come with money, cash. Yeah.
Money.
Is there used to be a gate here, Ama?
Yeah, it was stolen the other day.
It was a big gate.
There was some place there, no?
So how do you enter here? What are the rules and regulations of entering the forest? You see, it is barricaded by electric fence to prevent animals harassing the locals. So because the gate is not there, what happened?
There is a certain way that used to go into. It could cross from this post to the other one, from this end to the other. With that one, no animal could have passed.
But now animals can pass.
I don't think so, because I think these wires that are still are still active.
What about down here?
Here down. There is something down.
Okay.
It only affects the things that with heavy weight.
Okay.
That's
like
what I hear from people.
Let's get a little bit inside the forest, but not very, to meet with the hyenas. This is the Mount Kenya forest. From here to the mountain, they estimate to be around 100 or more kilometers. But people have used this path to go to the mountain. But there is another liquid, like I'm saying, we call monyo. It is so medicinal. People come from all over to come and fetch it. It's also far from here. Very many kilometers. I've gone there before.
There's a beehive here.
This belongs to somebody, right? This is a beehive. You see? This is what people do in the forest. They have not encroached the forest on a negative aspect. You see, my sister-in-law is taking me around this forest. Her name is J-O-J-U, George. You see the forest? She tells me she's come here not once, not twice to try and, you know. You see, let me take you close to a beehive. Yeah, this way, see? These are beehives, but she tells me there's a license. You can't just come and direct a beehive here, just like that. There is a license for that. This is the forest, you see? Hey, but forest has a lot of issues, yeah. You just can't touch anybody's thing in the forest, that's what I hear. You can't just come and decide to touch that beehive. You might not go home. Why is that? Why are those meats? Are those meat? What happens?
I've never
Understood really what is
what goes on.
the issue behind it. Wow. There used to be things in this forest. They used to call metongi. The metongi still exists. Wanaigwa metongi. Metongi ni kama a man that has not evolved. The Homo sapiens and Homo habilis. Ama ilikuwa myth.
Maybe sijaisikia.
Look at the forest.
Bamboo.
Where is the bamboo?
It is quite far from here. That's what we used to learn in school.
Yeah.
I think that the forest is contained of what? Grass. Do you remember?
Yeah, those things they used to say. Hey, we can't go very far.
We
What?
will go past here.
No, we're not going to go past here.
Might-
We might come. We can't go. You see? We can't go past here. Maka. You see the activities I'm talking about? People are in the forest taking firewood. You see, like that woman is carrying firewood. In fact, I wanted to even sit here and edit this video from this direction.
Which direction?
Oh, there's a route here.
There is a route here. If the way was blocked by that big tree. But we need people to pass as they are coming.
No, oh, they will come through
Yeah,
this.
they come through this way. I'll wait for them to pass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is this tree here? And there's no one who can get it off from here.
It's not allowed to carry big rocks. Only sizable logs. These big ones, no. No. Mount Kenya. You know Mount Kenya? Nikavutekana anaona.
Itikana mtu riu ni wambolo thogu wambe weciria ubolo wayo
Icio kona mutito wayo. Tucakana na mami no akendie. Na macucu mamie.
Ngwa matuire cia mute chuchu mami.
Cucu mami ndakwira.
takwenda ukaigua kimbitare
Chuchu mami.
Amaninde mwigere muno.
Ankona bwa kuoba.
cucu atwana ayo kuona bora nkoba
Okaria gukaza kuvuga yutana thina njira nyino. Mamirigi yaku.
namonza gwetie nginya kuri
Ayo ukambata witithie.
amabo kana
Okay.
komian umabo ngale koise
These are the activities that are done in the forest.
Nokora muteka ukamukura koni. Wewe na binya.
Cia mute. Mbere ya thigũkũ ikinya rĩ. Ng'ina wachara rĩu kuona arĩ wamba thigũkũ kwarĩrĩrwa kwoguo no arĩ thigũkũ.
Sasa wanganya tukinyanĩrie mwende.
No atukinyire. Cia mute na ici ntibenanagia na rauga untu nkuga. Ai. Kĩroko kĩaro. ¿Qué es viento?